Hello there.
Hello there. Well, okay, welcome to episode 3 of Star Wars in a Galaxy. Hi, I'm Eli.
I'm Jacob.
And welcome back. Now, as of the recording of this episode 1 has been out and episode 2 will be out probably a little bit after we record this. So, we haven't seen what's happened with episode 2 yet, but we'll post it soon. I think probably in a couple hours I'll post it. So we're going with the third half hour of Knights of the Old Republic. In this episode, in this chunk, we see Revan successfully having rescued Bastila, team up with Canderous Ordo, and get off of Taris and on to the Jedi planet of Dantooine.
I thought it was never going to happen, honestly. I thought we
Well,
were going to be
again, when I played
forever.
KOTOR, it took me a good 6 hours of gameplay to get off Taris.
That's insane.
In contrast, by the way, it took me a good 24 hours of gameplay to complete the game.
24 hours?
24 hours, and 6 of those were on Taris.
So that's like a quarter of the game.
Yep, quarter of the game.
Alright then.
So first we go and we see we go into the cantina and we get a repeat appearance by the Mandalorian, not Din Djarin, but Canderous Ordo. It's still Canderous Ordo.
He's Mandalorian?
Yeah, he's
I didn't
former
pick up on
Mandalorian. He fought against Revan in the Mandalorian Wars.
That makes more sense. I didn't pick up on that.
And he's like, "Hey guys, Sith quarantine's bad. Let's get out of here." And everyone's like,
skedaddle.
"Yeah, sure." But it's not going to be easy. We have to infiltrate a Sith launch base with our new droid, T3M4.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys think that T3M4 is not a ripoff R2-D2, then I don't know where you're coming from, because it totally is. But I remember these levels in Knights of the Old Republic. Remember, you don't have any Jedi power, so you can't heal, so you have to use all your med packs really efficiently. This was so hard, and specifically, you bribe a guard, but then you go and face the Dark Jedi over here. I faced him a good 4 times before I killed him.
Wow.
It was so difficult. It was like, I remember how difficult it was. But we get the launch codes, right? We get our launch codes, and we get back to Canderous. And he's like, great. Second complication.
Yeah.
Because we gotta infiltrate Davik's base.
To steal the ship?
To steal his flagship called the Ebon Hawk.
Alright. Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Jacob, take it away. What's happening on Malik's ship?
Malik decides that he wants to bombard Taris.
Yep.
And then there's this officer, and he's like, "But sir, if we bombard Taris, we're gonna kill our own men. There are millions of innocent people. No, don't do it. No." He just says,
And Malik's
no.
like, do it. Go ahead.
He said, "Do it. I killed the last 3 people who were in your position." And he says, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, anything you want, Mr. Malik. Yeah, great, sure. What can
I
do
gotta
you
say,
for?"
I'm gonna do another, I don't know, I think I might do another, Revan-style rant about Malik, because...
Oh, really? Oh, another one.
Okay. Malik, you're not intimidating. You just say stuff, and no action. I know it doesn't rhyme, but that does not subtract from how much I hate Malik.
You don't like Malik?
I don't like Malik. He's not very intimidating, honestly. He just kind of barks orders to his... He's like if Tarkin were 50% less intimidating and a Sith Lord.
I'd say he's a good bit more intimidating than Tarkin. He's pale, he's got weird...
I mean, he
bald
looks strange,
scalp.
but like, honestly...
He has scalp tattoos, for Pete's sake.
But I gotta say...
Who does that?
I gotta say, though, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm more intimidated by Snoke, even after the revelation that he's a puppet of Palpatine, than this guy.
I would be more scared by Snoke if I knew that Palpatine was controlling him than if he was just Snoke, to be totally honest.
True. Okay. So we're getting down to Davik, and Davik, he's like the head of the exchange, and, who's beside him? My favorite KOTOR character of all time.
The 1, 2, 3 guy.
Calo Nord.
Calo Nord, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Calo Nord.
We also found out that I forgot to mention this in one of the other episodes, but we found out that he was a slave and he led a slave uprising and he killed his former slave masters, which is
the 1, 2, 3 guy, or the
1, 2, 3 guy. The 1, 2, 3 guy.
Not
Calo
the-
Nord. That's
not the cartel guy. Okay.
no, not the cartel guy. So Revan and our heroes surround Calo Nord, and he blows himself up, thinking he's gonna blow them up too, which doesn't exactly happen.
How did it happen? We've only been playing the game for 6 hours after all.
What was I gonna say? But we think he's dead after this. And spoiler,
He's
in the
not.
extremely Star Wars tradition, not dead.
Not dead.
They pulled a Darth Maul with him. He's not dead.
Okay.
We get one of the most famous lines right here, which is in the KOTOR trailer. It's one of the most famous lines from KOTOR.
Resume.
Wipe this pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
Wow. You really
Which
roast him. You really. I would be scared if I was on that planet. I'm that shit.
no kidding. So they steal the Millennium Falcon. Sorry, and Evan Hawke.
You steal the Evan Hawke.
They steal the Evan Hawke.
It's basically the Millennium Falcon.
Which is basically the Millennium Falcon reskin.
Oh, this is the fastest ship ever. Oh, fastest ship in the outer rim, fastest ship in the galaxy. Can outrun anything. Not just bulk freighters, Imperial Star Destroyers. Wait, no, Sith Star Destroyers. What? No, who said that? Not me.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
And then we go on to Dantooine. Dantooine, in my opinion, is where stuff starts to get really interesting, and where some of the stuff that KOTOR brings into the lore starts not to make much sense.
You mean multiple Jedi Councils?
I mean this whole Jedi Council. Now, let me tell you guys about something. One of my favorite Star Wars YouTube channels right now is Star Wars Explained. I love this guy, and I think I'm going to put a little bit of one of his videos in here where he basically rants about this Jedi Council and how this Jedi Council is the worst thing ever.
Is it a hot take?
It's a hot take, I gotta say. This Jedi Council, so, of course, we're not on Coruscant.
Mm-hmm.
We're on Dantooine, which...
Just the B team.
Yeah, this is the B Team Jedi Council. We're on Dantooine, which, of course, we know in 4,000 years will be searched by Imperial Scouts because a Rebel base was gonna be there, but they evacuated on Dantooine and went to Yavin, which also has a connection to Knights of the Old Republic, by the way.
Really?
Not the KOTOR, but the Old Republic in general. The Dark Lord of the Sith, Exar Kun, he had his base on Yavin 4. And
really?
And in the EU, this is all EU stuff, but in the EU, he actually haunted Luke's new Jedi Order.
Oh, yeah.
He forced Luke into a coma. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, I know about that.
What was I gonna say? And then, Jason Solo, picked up a lightsaber. What was I gonna say? But, I'm sorry, Karth. This is a line from Bastila. I'm sorry, Karth, but I cannot tell you. All I ask is that you trust in the Force and the wisdom of the Council. The wisdom of the Council. I have an extremely hard time believing in the wisdom of this council because of what they make us go through. What was I gonna say? He basically says, what do they say? It's very as Alex points out in the video that we might put in here, he changes clothes 0 times during his training.
Do any of them ever change clothes? Because I don't think I saw a single person go through a wardrobe change.
Actually,
in this
you can
entire
have
video
them.
game.
You can have them change clothes, but that's a player customized decisions. That's a player customizable decision. It's not
Okay.
like a.
Yeah, I see.
So they probably won't change clones, but still, they even say at the end, you've done in weeks when he can. You've done in
Many
weeks.
can't do in years.
What
yeah.
many can't do in years. It's like, first of all, I'm gonna put this out there. What a Mary Sue. I've always thought for a while that Revan is actually a Mary Sue because.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
seems kind of OP. I don't know.
I don't know. It feels for me. It feels like the definition of a Mary Sue is a character with no flaws. Now, Revan can have flaws, but the flaws of Revan are the flaws of the player playing Revan. So Revan is like pretty much for me a blank slate.
Yeah.
He unlike other video game characters like Iden Versio or Cal Kestis or I'm trying to think of someone else. Like Iden Versio, Cal Kestis. You control how they fight, but you don't control what they say in the same way. Like that's why I think Mitra Surik also, because Mitra Surik from KOTOR 2. Yeah. Also a blank slate. What was I going to say?
That's how it is with RPGs sometimes.
Yeah, that is how it is with RPG. They also say Master Yoda. Sorry, Vandar. Vandar says that Dantooine is hidden from the Sith. Again, not for long, but also, man, I forgot to mention Vandar. Vandar doesn't speak like Yoda.
He doesn't? Yeah.
Nope.
That was interesting. That wasn't...
Refuge. Other Jedi have fallen from the light and...
listen to this,
The lure of the dark...
Malak were corrupted, and perhaps there you shall find...
One sec, right here. Where is it?
Prepare to face. Train.
Suffice it to say, he doesn't talk like Yoda. He doesn't talk backwards.
He doesn't talk backwards, which is actually pretty strange, because I want to know, because I'm actually wearing a Baby Yoda shirt right now, because, I want to know, for example, if we hear Baby Yoda's first words in, there was a remark that, on Reddit I saw somewhere, that Baby Yoda's second word will come before his first. But we don't actually know if that's going to be true because of Vandar.
I mean, this isn't canon.
It isn't canon, but they could totally do a 180 and have, the child speak like any other person, And
I would love to investigate why Yoda speaks backwards.
That would be interesting. They do this weird training montage. This is my favorite part of KOTOR. It's like, okay, there are 3 classes of Jedi: Guardian, Sentinel, and Consular.
Yeah.
They're like, and you're like, I want to be blank, and they're like, well, it doesn't work that way. You actually have to answer questions to see which kind of Jedi you will be.
And then they let you pick.
And then they let you pick anyway. I remember when I was playing KOTOR, I think my answers lined up with the Guardian, but I wanted to be a Consular because green lightsabers are awesome. And they're like, you want to be a Consular? Sure, be whatever you want. And it's like, then why put us through the test anyway if you're just gonna allow us to be anything we want?
I think it's just that people it's a video game, so
Yeah, true. We gotta cut them a little slack on the story.
They want,
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we gotta cut them a little slack on the story, but I'm putting them way less slack than a lot of people. We also get this flashback of non-jaw injured Malak and Revan exploring the chamber on Dantooine, and I just want to say they say something like, "If the Jedi find us out here," and I'm like, the Jedi don't even need to find out about you guys here. You already look like you're about to turn to the dark side. Look at this. Look at Revan specifically. Revan looks like he's about to turn to the dark side anyway. It's like, the Jedi Council don't need to infer anything.
I mean, I don't know. Looks can be deceiving. I mean, you know, don't judge a book by its cover and all that.
True, but like, still.
Yeah, he's wearing like a dark, kind of grayish black.
He's
purple
wearing
and
a dark
yellow
hood.
robe.
Like, that is Dark Side Dressing
That doesn't
101.
seem like no, that doesn't seem like a Jedi move. It really doesn't.
Doesn't. What else? It's interesting to see, because, like, in Legends, you know, Corran Horn,
Yeah.
one of Luke's new Jedi, just assembles a lightsaber out of spare parts. No
Wow.
Force-sensitive moves to it. But in canon, you know, we got our whole gathering thing with shown in Season 5 of the Clone Wars. And it's all about, like, you know, finding your crystal. The crystal chooses the Force user. One chooses the wizard, sort of thing, from Harry Potter. You know, it's interesting to see. It kind of reminds me of the basic difference I think about Canon and Legends. For me, it's like Canon is like, okay, you gotta follow these set of guidelines and rules, and then just do whatever you want. And then Legends is like, no rules, no nothing, don't mess things up too badly, but do whatever you want.
Can you elaborate on that? What way do you mean that? Like,
I mean, it's like, there's nothing magical about building a lightsaber
I see.
in Legends. In canon, it's like this ritual. But
I mean, in Legends, it's still a ritual. I think that was
it's definitely still a ritual.
that was an exception to the rule. In the Jedi Path book, they talk about how it's very difficult to do. It's a ritual, and if you mess up one thing, then it will blow up and like your arm will fall off.
I will say though, that was written after the Clone Wars.
That's true, but was that written after the Gathering?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm not sure.
I doubt that's the first reference to it.
Jedi Path was released in. One sec. I actually want to check now because, Jedi Path was released in. It doesn't actually say when it was released. Let me see. Maybe if we go to like the Wow, I don't see. Let's see if I can go on like the Amazon link. Here we go. Jedi Path is 2015, which is after the Clone Wars ended. So we can't really lend much credence to that either. You know.
I mean, it's also decidedly not canon, and
it's not.
I
canon.
sincerely doubt that that's the only time that would have been brought up.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting to me, like,
because it fits with Legends. So
yeah, it does fit with Legends. The Clone Wars for me, which is it's gonna be weird because with the impending release of Season 7 a couple weeks from now, it's gonna be interesting because it's like the first.
Can't believe that's
5 seasons are also Legends.
Yeah.
But like the 6th season is already murky. And the 7th season is decidedly not Legends.
I thought the Clone Wars is canon.
And Legends. It's both.
Oh, so it's canon, but it fits in with Legend. Like,
I think the first 5 seasons
compatible.
at least.
It's compatible. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
the first 5 seasons are compatible. I don't think
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
6th season is. And the 7th
Right.
season is decidedly uncanon.
Yeah, of course.
No, it's decidedly canon. Sorry. It's just very interesting to see, like, it's a video game from 2003, and yet we're connecting it all the way back to the Clone Wars Season 7. I don't know, that's what I like about Star Wars, and, it's... I don't know, the aesthetic of the Dantooine Temple is very interesting for me, because the
cool.
Jedi Temple on Coruscant always seemed very, like, scholarly, and it was like a place to learn and a place to grow.
This seems like that. They've got some stately looking gardens, trees.
Oh, the
squares.
gardens thing is like is fitting in for me with like the whole natural vibe of it.
Yeah.
It's a place to connect with the living force.
Okay, that makes sense. I don't think those two things are mutually exclusive.
No, but I
The
think
Jedi Temple on Coruscant also had gardens.
true. Yeah, I just find. Let's see if I'm trying to figure out what else there is. I gotta say I'm a little sad we're off Taris.
I'm definitely not. I have to say.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. We got some more alien racism here on Taris. We got Janice Null, the droid seller, and she sells us T3. Oh, sorry, R2, T3. And what I like, actually, I gotta say, what I like about Knights of the Old Republic specifically in this way is their twist on the droids. I mean, T3. Like, R2 is decidedly a decidedly light side character.
Yeah.
T3 is a decidedly neutral character. They have, like, your character's force alignments, and they just assign some to Bastila and Canderous and all the... And T3 is decidedly neutral, which is interesting. Your counterpart will meet our counterpart to C-3PO later, who is decidedly dark side.
Yeah. Okay.
We're talking about the droid, the myth, the legend, HK-47, and it's gonna be exciting because the next chunk of KOTOR is meeting. I think we'll probably have a whole rant about this. The most useless character in Star Wars, Juhani, and we're gonna explore more of Dantooine and all of that kind of stuff. I guess in the meantime, I think that's gonna have to be it for this episode.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, make sure to follow us on Anchor and make sure to follow us on Anchor and Spotify, and keep tuning in. And I guess may the Force be with you.
Bye.
Always.